checked out ESF for graduate school. So I was an exchange student in the University of Minnesota and for 1 year, and I was looking for graduate programs. And with some buddies, we made a trip out east and checked out a few universities, and ESF was actually one of those universities, and ended up staying at the University of Minnesota and finished the degree there. But ESF was kind of present. There were some papers I saw that were interesting, and so ESF was on my map essentially for kind of a long time. There was a job opening, was kind of a dream position in a way. So I'm a plant ecologist with a kind of focus on forest ecosystems. I always wanted to learn and talk and think about plants, and there was a position to teach a plant ecology and systematic botany class. And so I thought, this is just about the best description for me. And northern New York, the Adirondacks, the flora and the ecosystems are very, very similar to northern Minnesota. And so I felt super comfortable there, so it was kind of a good fit. I started teaching plant ecology and systematic botany, and over time I kind of redefined those courses a little bit. I thought there's a lot of kind of trends across the world in terms of global environmental change, and it's kind of an opportunity to recast any kind of ecology course, really, to think about what do these human-induced changes like land use, climate change, what do they do to ecosystems, or in my case, plant communities. So I kind of redesigned that class to be plant ecology and global change. And more recently, I picked up tropical ecology class that I had the chance to kind of ride coattails with a more experienced professor, and they needed somebody for the second man in the course. And so I was lucky to teach tropical ecology now in Dominica, in the Caribbean, in Ecuador, and now we are teaching the course in Panama. The tropical ecology course is a combination of on campus, so we meet once a week and we talk about various topics. So this year, or generally, we start discussing different types of tropical ecosystems. We show a lot of pictures, discuss differences among them, things like tropical rainforest versus dry forest versus savanna. And we actually assign students projects, and so we kind of suggest projects that are linked to things we will see once we are in Panama. We go to Panama for 10 days. And so students have a chance to kind of do directed readings toward things that we will see, and we kind of tell them, you're going to be an expert on this topic by the time we go, and you'll teach the class. And then they'll finish actually their projects back on campus, and we have a mini conference at the end where they present what they learned between their readings and in the field. The idea that it's kind of a teeny capstone in a way at the end, where they kind of pull all the information together, and we have a competition for the best of the presentations, and so they have extra motivation to shine. I'm really lucky that the courses I teach are really closely aligned to my research interests. The biggest project that has been going on for decades is looking at the effects of changing climate on forest communities, plant communities, mainly in forests. Across the Northeast, we have these 12 mountains where we have now plots that have been going on for upwards of a decade. A big driver behind this research is that Northeast is kind of an interesting place to study forests because it contains a transition between two major biomes, forest biomes, temperate forest at lower, warmer elevations, and cool montane boreal forests at higher elevations. And so you have a complete shift in terms of what species there are. You have deciduous trees at lower elevations and conifers at high elevations. And so we are studying how climate change might move that boundary upwards in elevation. Potentially, we could lose the conifer forests across Northeast as the climate warms. And so that's a big driver there. So most recently, I have gotten kind of a nice NSF grant, a Mid-Career Advancement Award, to kind of expand and start looking at different other biomes. And so through a collaboration with a colleague at Yale University, we are adding a comparison with tropical ecosystems, and so we are kind of expanding from boreal to temperate transition to adding tropical ecosystems, which meshes well with the tropical ecology course. So coming back with the course is a kind of a great opportunity to kind of pass some of that information to students. In order to become an ESF student, like you really like what you are doing, you are not interested in kind of secondary things in life, like how big is the paycheck? Like you actually do what you want to do, and there's issues that we need to resolve, and it's just fun to work with students who really want to make a difference. And the mission is kind of why they are here. And that's why the faculty is here as well. So I think it's a kind of a great match. And so it's a great student body to work with, actually.